Hi, it's me again over with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks. Over the last couple of days, I've made, well, yesterday and today, I upped the game a little bit on this one and made it three colors or two colors. But I started thinking, you don't have to stop with a six-sided star. You could do an eight-sided star. So we're just going to start from scratch. So this will be a little bit repetitive to some of you. Take a star, set it on eight-sided, and hold down the control button and then hit P. Now we want it to be a fat star, what I call, so I'm going to take these numbers down. But I'm also I want to be able to see this line up and down, so I'm going to rotate it 22.5 degrees. That gives me this lines almost, so they're up, left and right. I mean, they're going up horizontally straight. Now I'm going to take my star back and go back down, maybe go up with the numbers. I just want it to look even like that. So we're good to go. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller by holding down the shift key, get the two-sided arrow and then bring it in. Now we need to make some crosses like I did here from the tip there to the tip there. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take our 2-point line and go from there to there, and then take it with your pick tool, holding down, get the two-sided cross arrow, and if you hold down your shift key, it will expand it. Now we can control D and duplicate that and mirror it the other way, and you don't have to do that other line. Now I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to bring it right here, and then I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard or control D. Put it right there. I'm not paying attention that they're the same height. I'm going to set my nudge factor just on 1 inch now. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move that over. That's a little bit thick for my taste. So let's go 0.75. And then nudge that over 0.75. And then take this one, and you can control D since you're just going to do one of them. Now we need to do kind of the same thing we did yesterday, but this is, I think, too tall. So let's take our 2-point line, doesn't matter how long it is, and this way they'll make sure your lines are the same length. Take your virtual segment delete key and swipe through there. Then you can get rid of your line. Take your 3-point curve line. Make sure you got enough room in here when you start to get it. I didn't get on the node. Make sure you're the node. Because when you hold down the control button to make this, you want to be able to see it. And if you can't just like zoom out and come back to it, we just want that kind of even. Now we need to really make that one more 3-point curve line to make it kind of look like it's twisted. We're going to go like right in there. My only suggestion is try to get it to be along this line, at 1 point. Now I'm going to set my nudge factor now on. Let's see how big this thing is. It's just 9 inches wide. Let's make our nudge factor 12. And let's take our smart fill tool and we're going to fill these 2 spots in. We're actually going to left click, right click, and now we can nudge this up. If something like that happens, hit F4, it'll bring back everything on the page. So we're going to nudge this back over to the center of the page. I'm going to go ahead and group it for a second, Control G, Control D to duplicate it. So you need to do one more step before you smart fill it. And we're going to rotate it 45 degrees. Now, let me move this out of the way a little bit more. We need to break this apart. So I'm going to take well, you know what? We don't even have to break it apart. I was thinking we had to cut it, but we're going to just use that as a hidden figure. So we'll get the smart fill tool and just fill in that, and that. You don't have to do, so every time I do something, I hopefully find a little shortcut. Because if I would have deleted the lines I filled in are not going to be there anyway. So we got 3 different pieces of a line here, and we'll do what we did where we made it look more realistic. I'll take the interactive fill tool and just put a little bit of black right there. I don't want too much. I just want a little bit of darkness to make it look like it's going underneath the other one. Now we're going to grab that one, and this is going to be a double interactive fill tool. We're going to put black here and black here, and then bring in orange. Because we want it to look like, maybe we can bring this down a little bit, and then bring this black down a little bit. Bring that orange up a little bit. We just kind of want these two to look the same. I actually want that top a little blacker. I think that's good. Control G to group, Control D to duplicate. Double click on the rotation and put it in the center. Sometimes it doesn't look like it is, but it is. Now we're going to rotate it 45 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. I actually think it'd look better if it was a little thicker and smaller, but hold down the Shift key and bring that in. And if we put a black box around it, it really makes the shadow type part stand out. Or let me get rid of the indexing lines. And also in this case, as we used orange, we can see some cracks, at least at a distance. So you could always grab it all and right click orange. That makes the line orange, and you can't see them because we don't have any shadow where the line actually is. I'm not terribly impressed with it. I might play around with like a 12-sided star next time. Anyway, but I'm not going to make a video because all you'd have to do is just figure out how much to rotate it. Anyway, I hope that gave you some ideas, and thank you for watching.